And welcome inside a Rockin' Yum Center in downtown Louisville. They are ready to take on number 9 Duke in the ACC opener. Hi again, everybody. Matt Schumacher alongside John Crispin. Excited to bring you this highly anticipated game for a Louisville team that has controlled the tip Duke in the road blues.
And you just look right off the bat, depth. Duke's depth, their ability to defend, could really wear down Louisville, who is depleted in so many ways.
Going with their 5th different starting lineup tonight. And have really been playing a rotation of 7 players since the injury to Case and Pryor. Late in the shot clock. And Hadley scoops it to the hoop for 2. Meanwhile, this Duke team led by 3 superstar freshmen, the only team in the ACC so far this year to start 3 true freshmen.
And I think the Duke team, if you're thinking about comparisons, I kind of compare them to Kentucky, the Anthony Davis team, where they were incredibly young and talented, but they were unselfish, and that's what made them so good. Tyree, probably going to see all year.
Duke's already played 4 games against top 25 teams. Coming into the day, Louisville still receiving votes as Hepburn tries a 3 and puts it in.
Did Pat Kelsey stop moving at shoot-around?
He did not.
He did not.
Neither has his point guard to start the game. Hepburn off the mark, and the tap back is good for James Scott. James is stripped. And here comes Hepburn with numbers. Smith, the 3.
Programs in college basketball history, and it's good to see Pat Kelsey come in here, really stabilize, and then inject hope into this fan base.
Under 10 to shoot. And that stops a 3-minute scoring drought on the made 3 by Caleb Foster. Right back the other way, and Roofs, the freshman, is fouled. Hot start.
Yeah. Make up words.
Connie Rude, that has been diminished a little bit. 4 guys out for the year with injury.
It's hard. Like, you know, Matt Painter always said, get old and stay old. That's hard to do. Nearly impossible these days. You want to have an experienced group, but you also need to get time on the floor together. I mean, understanding how to play is key, but understanding how to play together and learning the dynamics, it's important.
Flag,
Man,
first touch in the paint. Flag coming off that double-double in the win against Auburn. Quiet to start, just 1 shot. Proctor, fadeaway. That was silky by the 3rd year for the Duke Blue Devils.
Yeah, that's one you can live with. That's good defense, just a tough shot made.
Hepburn, step back 3. Yes, sir!
I do. I like the warning. I'm sure the head of officials doesn't like the warning, but I do.
That fits with your MO.
It does.
Going against the grain a little bit. That's a 3 for Ruse.
Confidence is compounding. You can see it. A confident group for Louisville.
Largest lead of the night is quickly cut into. Foster from 3.
The rebounding position's been terrific, and that's something they have to continue to be good on the defensive glass.
Terrence Edwards from downtown.
Wild at times, but he could be really effective, and sometimes the wild part of him makes him dangerous. Sometimes to yourselves, but that's okay. You live with it. I actually covered him at JMU last year.
Rain Smith again from the top of the key.
Yeah, I'd say they're committed to it.
The lob to Malowatch and the hammer from the big fella. How about that for a response?
Yeah, there were some Louisville fans here by us that gave the gooey face on that one. That was spectacular. And this is not a great offensive lineup for Duke.
Hadley rolling to the basket. Wide open Edwards. Cashes in from downtown. Here comes Cooper Flag. Gives it up to Knipple. Through contact. Puts it in. Just their second made bucket on the last 8 trips down the floor for the Blue Devils.
Well, part of it is they've been playing against the set defense, and it's a different game. Up and down, the way the Auburn game was played, it was a playmaker's game.
Wow. Wow. The reigning Sun Belt Player of the Year is having himself a first half in Louisville. Flag up and under.
It's a really tough finish.
Pick.
There's some guys out there. They're good.
Oh, he will certainly not be without competition as this season moves along, as Flag gives it up to Gillis. And that's a 3 for the Purdue transfer, playing in his 140. For the tallest team in the country, according to KenPom.
And everyone has a wingspan like twice their height. When did that happen?
They average 6'7" on this team. Here's Ruth trying to go over the top. Starting us off at noon, and number 16 North Carolina hosting Georgia Tech. Over less than 8 to go in the opening half. Looking for their first top 10 win since 2020 against Duke. Knipple draws a foul. And it will go against the College of Charlotte.
Kyle said, his SID said, look, footwork. Footwork's
freshman on this Duke roster. But you said something interesting today at shoot-around. You said when you watch him play.
He's been from 3 today.
Flag just staying with it, finds Knipple. And the 3 ball has not been there for Duke, now just 3 of 13. Hepburn draws a foul on Mason Gillis. And 2 shots coming for the Wisconsin transfer.
Duke's been at the tops year in, year out. A very consistent program, and Mason Gillis does.
Auto Nation Orange Bowl Classic in Sunrise.
Georgetown is
really a little bit more firepower in DC on that roster. Knipple off the back iron. Terrence Edwards pushing for now. Edwards against Flag, and the scoop shot is good. Edwards in double figures with 11. Foster back the other way, and he draws contact, and 2 shots.
Edwards
in his first season as an every game starter last year.
It takes to win, and that's what you need when you're building a program. Again, success is merely lie about something else. But
Edwards has been a key piece. Had it stripped by Brown. The 9th Louisville turnover. Open 3 for Foster. And he pays it off from deep.
Every turnover turns into points for Duke, and that's something you've got to look at if you're Louisville. Say we just have to take care of the basketball, be efficient offensively, get our defense set.
This score would be a whole lot different if you cut those turnovers in half.
Cut those turnovers. I mean, I'm thinking of 8 points right now that directly has to avoid, particularly being kind of understaffed, so to speak.
There's nothing worse than an understaffed restaurant.
I mean, I could think it has so far, and I think that's what Louisville fans should have hope about.
Proctor with 3. Kick out James. Rims in a 3 to beat the buzzer.
That's Tyrese.
Catch and shoot. Evans off the mark. Tapped away by Cooper Flag. That's just a heady play by the 17-year-old. Counted in the foul. 3rd. And now Cooper Flag at the line after the 3rd foul on Noah Waterman. He goes to the bench.
Need to have it to make a play. I think either way, you feel good about this half if you're Louisville, because you have a lot to clean up, and you're likely going in with a lead.
5 on the timer for Cooper Flag. Proctor with 3. Well defended by Chucky Hepburn. And they will not get the shot off. And they may have to check the game clock here. Although I'm not sure the officiating. Louisville with less than half a second on the game clock. Hadley got it off. And Duke trails by 4 after they trailed by as many as 4 off the mark. Louisville on a 5-minute scoring drought if you count the last 4.5 minutes of the first half. As Sion James takes it in and draws a foul on James Scott. And that is number 3
to the game.
Well, later on tonight, the Huddle crew will have the annual Selection Sunday special. Starts at 8 Eastern right here on the ACC Network and the ESPN app. A lot of folks across.
Have been there a lot when they were in the American. Really interesting to see what they'll do in the ACC. One thing I do know is if finances matter, they have it to compete.
Hadley ends the scoring drought. Inside, Waterman sent away. Sion James recovering. And Knipple goes right around Smith.
Knipple's so good he doesn't have to leave his feet. Just uses his body, creates contact, absorbs other contact, and barely has to leave his feet to finish.
Oh, what is that? Magic trick by Hepburn, finding Scott +1. Double-double in the win against Auburn. 22 points, 11 boards.
Wisconsin, they don't foul. It's like Virginia. ACC fans know that. Virginia doesn't foul.
Under 10 to shoot for Flag. Here's Proctor, tough fadeaway, rims in. And Proctor with 7 points.
Yeah, Proctor's really needed. I mean, he's a playmaker. He can create his own shot, and at times he's going to have to do just that.
Now Edwards going right back into the grill of Knipple and forces his shot down.
I'm telling you, unorthodox in a way, tough shots, and somehow he gets him to go.
Flag on the ground after contact. Knipple trapped, finds Flag for 3. Bang!
Let go. It was a physical defensive play. A lot of hands.
Kenai Rubes draws a foul on Cooper Flag, and that is number 3.
Those of you with kids out there, I got a 4-, 3-, and 1-year-old. It's unimaginable. It's been done through ESPN. It's remarkable.
James Scott. Rubes from the corner hits from downtown.
It's got to be your guy to really create some offense here.
With the basketball. 5 to shoot. Proctor gets around Smith and a nifty finish.
You know, he's got that in him, that playmaking ability, shot-making ability.
Edwards. Oh, yes. Looked out of control.
Yes.
Regathered control and puts it down.
Those are the hardest guys to cover. It's like in football, covering a broken play. It's hard.
Leads all scorers with 15. 12 minutes to play. Louisville maintaining a lead. Proctor right to the rim. I didn't realize it.
Amazing.
And you made it through without making one single chewing noise. Here's Hepburn. Off the mark. Crowd really wanted to see that go down, and now Cooper Flag off to the races. Flag takes it coast to coast.
That's a big-time play. And again, makes the big-time plays look simple. Great body control, absorb the contact. He just protects the basketball with the left hand and then just finishes at the rim through contact. His simple things are
Caleb Foster available on Disney Plus. And we also have 3 tremendous women's basketball games coming your way on the app and ACC Network next Sunday, including number 16 North Carolina.
Yeah, I was going to say, tremendous for everybody except for the team that has to play North Carolina. They give up 49 points a game. That's unreal.
Flag.
Gosh,
really tough take on back-to-back trips.
But again, poise, presence of mind. He sees a defender lining up his steps.
Edwards got the whistle and is headed back to the free throw line.
Yeah, they're a little thing. They're going to stick with a smaller lineup. Wants to learn how he plays with foul trouble. Doesn't mean you want to risk losing. You got your 4th. Like, it's not that you got it, it's that you allowed that to happen. I can't roll the dice like that.
Wait, you told your coach what you wanted? Knipple comes in for flag and hits one from downtown. It's a 2-point game.
We all. What a pass.
Great feed.
What a
and
pass.
James tagged with a foul.
Chasing the seam route. I don't know if I got all that right, but sounds like it. Yeah.
Adapted to this system. He's playing with a level of freedom that perhaps we have.
Competitive, right? That's it. Be competitive. Every game, and you'll win a bunch.
Already have one ranked win this season against Indiana.
Yep.
First ranked win for the program since 2021.
Jeez.
That 5 on the timer. Hepburn.
Wow, he's good, man.
By Malik Brown. And now Duke has a chance to take their first lead since early in this game. It's James. 2 shots coming for the Tulane transfer. Games in his collegiate career prior to getting to Duke.
Incredible.
Has given Duke its first lead since there was 19 minutes left in the first half. And the Blue Devils on a 7-0 run, all without Cooper Flagg on the bench with 4 fouls. How does Louisville respond here? Like that. Backdoor thing of beauty to Rain Smith.
It's a great cut, but it's also a tremendous pass. To have your head up, to read the defense, and then have the willingness to take the chance to make that play.
Knipple inside to Brown. Feet were moving a little bit. I beg your pardon. Thank you, partner.
Just saved you
Head
on Twitter.
A swivel. Hepburn coughs it up. Here comes Malik Brown. Watch out! Transition dunk for the Syracuse transfer. Proctor. Oh, tough shot, rims down. Largest lead of the night for the Blue Devils.
Enough to be sincere with people, so there's that. And honest.
Cards down 63-57, 6:20 to go in the game. On the wrong end of a 15-2 run after the dunk by Malik Brown.
61.5% from 3. And sometimes made shots can be fool's gold.
In this half, only 2 of 9 from distance. Knipple with a dagger from downtown. 18-2, Duke run.
Not a dagger yet, but close. Starting to feel it, right? The difficulty scoring is starting to make you feel as if Duke is taking complete control of this game.
Hepburn off the mark. And a foul on Knipple.
Guy and your hardest worker. Like, that is infectious. And he said he's going to be involved in everything. Everybody knows who he is and is fully aware of how capable he is. Action.
Offensive rebound. Brown lost it. And here comes Edwards. Hadley off the bounce. Spins around Gillis. And the Cards aren't done yet.
I think Cooper Flagg's harder to despise than Christian Laettner was back in the day.
That's a fair point.
I don't really want to have to like validate that point, but I think people get what I'm saying. Like,
I do.
Yeah.
I'm picking up what you're putting down. Here's Flagg.
There he is.
First time on the floor. Much needed from Smith, ending a 2.5-minute scoring drought.
That was a really good, simple find from Edwards, right? Just immediate attack, draw.
7-point game, 2 minutes and change. Flagg fouled, probably a smart one by Hadley.
You just want to be able to. You know, the game would be different with him here. Do they make 61.5% from the whole game? That Duke-Auburn game, I didn't miss a single commercial.
Hepburn rims out of 3. We'll get back to John's zero loyalties as a fan in just a second.
Feel for them. You have empathy for them, right? You develop an empathetic perspective doing the job that we get to do because you see the struggle from all of them. So in a way, we root for everybody.
9-point deficit for Louisville. Edwards trying to make it 7, and he is sent away by Malik Brown.
Yeah, again, smaller lineup, air quotes. Like, you have a lot there to contest things at the rim between Brown and Cooper Flagg. Yet this is a group that has multiple playmakers and can space the floor. And now you hear the Duke faithful. Which, by the way, there's a lot of.
Yes, there are. Flagg. No, and the putback jam. His 4th double-double of the season with an emphatic dunk.
That was close to being his 5th on an offensive foul. But Smith just didn't hold his ground, and then he gets the putback dunk and kind of silences the crowd a little bit.
Scott, Smith, 3, no, and Flagg the rebound, and that will do it in Louisville. A valiant effort by a depleted.
Makes the play, like he gets to the basket. But Smith had an opportunity really there, hold his ground, just moving a little too much. It's not fair. Like in my day, I would have had to line up my steps, and if Cooper Flagg will get the vitriol of Christian Laettner or JJ, it's just
yeah, it kind of comes with the
fan
territory.
base is, it's, the greatness plays a big role in that, right? If they weren't any good, would anyone care? No. And it's not just that they won games, it's how they did it. Like for decades under Coach Ken. I mean, they were disoffensively. You're going to see them really open up and thrive offensively, particularly each made enough stops, had a unique approach, Malik Brown covering Janai Broom, continue to get better and better, which is scary. On defense, the game's going to get easier and easier on offense. Get it up, gotta get it up.
And that's a foul on Edwards.
Timeout. They're going to call a timeout.
Oh, they are going to call a timeout.
Yeah, John Shire looked up, saw 21s and how to be coached and how to play the game. And then I think they're going to get more and more good talent.
3 ball not there in the second half for Louisville. It was what propelled them to a 14-point lead in the first half, held to just 3 of 15 in the second frame, and they are going to fall to a very good 9th-ranked Duke Blue Devils team who will win the ACC opener on the road.
Yeah, really good performance for Louisville. You have to just stop and step back and say, okay, there is absolutely hope here for the Louisville basketball program under Pat Kelsey. They're competitive, they attack, they're aggressive, and oh, by the way, they're a fun watch. Good for Louisville. These fans deserve a good basketball team.
Meanwhile, the Blue Devils close the game on a 26-10 run. For our entire crew, John Crispin, I'm Matt Schumacher. Let's set it